great generations that will contribute in making a sound and a righteous society, which contribute into this great ummah of al-Islam. So now, the father and the mother, you're whatever path you choose for yourself, that's the path that your children are going to be on. Because the children, they just grow up, as we're going to learn later on, upon what their parents are upon. So you can stay on the road, or you can go into the ditch. Which one you want? But when it comes to the dunya, people, they know what to do. If a husband and a wife and 4 children, for example, they traveling in a van, especially if it's a long distance, of course they prepare for the trip and everything. Usually the husband driving, the wife next to him, but she's not going to disturb him. Relax. Actually, she will keep an eye on him, right or wrong. And if he start making bad moves, what the woman says, I don't care. No, she cares. Right or wrong, Wahid? Huh?
Yes.
What would she say to him if she see her husband is like zigzagging, going off the road, back to the road? Huh? What'd she say?
Wake up.
Wake up. Ahsan. Okay. Another suggestion.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. But like that, pay attention. Some of us can't take it like that. If his wife talked to him like that, in that tone of voice, what happened?
His wife can talk to him, yes.
Remember that, Abu Kareem. Huh? Alhamdulillah, that's good. Huh? Alhamdulillah. Nah. Yeah, she's like, nah. She will nicely say, nicely, because some of us, you will get offended. And we shouldn't. Like our brother says, yes, your wife can't talk to you, why not? But some of us, we just find it like weird. Why this strange woman is talking to me? If she's strange, as you look at her, she shouldn't be with you. But some of us, we look at our wife like they're strangers. Like she can't talk to him, she can't tell him what's going on. No, that's wrong. That's why we'll tell our sisters that if you want to address the issue, do it in a nice way. Keep in mind that some of us get offended. She will talk to him in a nice way and say, look, if you feel like you're tired, please pull over a little bit. She should know her husband. If she tell, I'm not tired. Now if she's like that, she feels, she knows him that he's not going to accept it, she will like, hey, pull over, kids want to use the bathroom. You see? Hakala. Use hikmah. Use the hikmah. Yeah, we want to like, pull over next stop, inshallah. But if she don't care, and the husband went in a ditch, what are they going to do?
911.
All of them in a ditch, man. She got to do 911? Her. She's in the van too, you forget. If he goes down the curb, they're all going with him.
Well, they're still alive.
I don't know about that. So we hope it's fine. Meaning that if something happened to him, it's going to happen to them. Because they don't drive, they're not driving on another van.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
They're with him. But usually people do that. Actually, a wise man, before he start driving, he'll tell his wife, look, I'm driving, I just came from work, I'm a little bit tired. If you see me like doing things here or there, please talk to me, all right? Remind me. And this way, alhamdulillah, the children can remind us, right or wrong. Even the children, sometimes the wife, she may be tired too. But the children in the back, Zakaria right in the back, and he can say, Abi, stay on the road, please. Right or wrong? And then Abu Zakaria, what he should say? Jazakallah khair. You're right. Yeah, I kind of like getting a little bit tired. What do you say, guys? We get off for some ice cream. Okay, the kids get ice cream, you get a nap. Alhamdulillah. And everybody's happy in the end of the day, right? Alhamdulillah. So now, when a father is doing haram, not in the masjid, not in the remembrance of Allah, of course, that's he's taking off the path of Allah. Remember, the van now is going off the path. Okay? And that path, that road is not like 100 lines and you're the only one. Sometimes even the path have only 2 lanes. Or sometimes 1. And if you go on the right, there is a ditch or a tree or a rock or worst, a 18-wheeler's truck coming on the other side. So a lot of dangers. That's why people, they gotta keep their eyes on the prize, on the road. Likewise now, if that husband is going off the path of Allah by not being a good husband, not being a good servant of Allah, that's a problem. The wife, as we're going to learn later on, she should notice that. She said, man, you're supposed to stay on the path, man. Because whatever you do is going to affect me and it's going to affect the children. So you got to stay on the path. The same thing. The husband see that his wife is going to the right, to the left. He's going to say, listen, me and you, we can't afford to be going on the right and the left. Me and you, we have to keep an eye on each other. We have to stay on the path of Allah. We cannot afford to get off. There is only one lane for us, one path. Allah says there is only one path for us. That leads to the Jannah. There is no another one. Sirat wahid mustaqim. And Allah warned us against the other paths. And this way, alhamdulillah, they help each other, as we're going to learn later on, inshallah ta'ala. أيها الزوجان بيتكما قلعة من قلاع هذا الدين وكل منكما يقف على ثغرة حتى لا يبرز إليها الأعداء. الله أكبر. Likewise, the husband and the wife, they should look at the house that they started and the family that will live in it as a fortress. And we all know what a fortress means. Fortress is, especially back in the days, the people, they used to live in fortresses, especially those who have a lot of money, the kings and their entourage. They will build, because they have the means and the money and the power, they will build a fortress and a castle on the peak of a mountain that is difficult to access. Difficult. And they will have big, like long, tall walls and big, huge, heavy, doors. And it's difficult to access. Very difficult to access. Some they have ditches around it. And then they have bridges. And once they see the enemy coming, they pull up the bridges. And then that's it. Now it's stuck. How are you going to get through that? All of this to protect themselves from the enemies, right or wrong. To make it difficult for the enemy to reach to them. Likewise, our homes, they should be a fortress for us. For you, the husband, for you, the wife, and for your children. Because there is a lot of enemies out there. A lot of enemies against us. Especially for us that we live in non-Muslim lands. We need to understand that. Our homes should serve as a fortress, place that protects you and your family and everybody that live under your care from anything that may tamper with your identity. We've seen some parents, they come and they're like, I don't know what's wrong with her. They're talking about their daughter, teenage daughter now. She don't want to be Muslim. She's out there in the street doing her things. They're talking about their boys named Abdullah or Muhammad or Ibrahim. But now he's 19, he don't want to do nothing. He's like, I'm done. You Muslims, I'm not. He's not. And they're like, we don't understand. He grew up in a Muslim home. We Muslims. But then when you look at how things went down, you will find that that Muslim home was just a Muslim home. But was it really a Muslim home that the parents they lived Islam in everything they say, everything they do, every move they make? Did they help each others? Did they take in consideration that these children are amana, as we're going to learn? Everything is against you. The streets in here are against you. Against you and against your children. The laws of this country, none of it is for our favors. The haram is halal and the halal is haram here. Just be 18. That's all you have to do. But we teach our children this is not the case. We do what's pleasing to Allah. Be 18 or be 85. Doesn't matter, because you're going to do what's pleasing to Allah. You don't do what other people are doing. The schools, now look what they teach in the schools. Atheism. Everything. Billah. Save this and save that. And all of these things. But then when they come to the house, they have to find something that will help them to protect themselves and to safeguard their identity. صاحب القوامة في هذا البيت هو الزوج وطاعته واجبة. Now yes, everybody, the husband and the wife, they have a great responsibility, but the one that Allah has put in charge and the one who is the maintainer of this home is the husband, is the man. Obeying him is an obligation in that which is good and that which is ma'ruf, meaning that the woman should not try to fight over the leadership. The husband, he is the leader of that home. Allah has put him in that position. The wife should be happy with that, and that shouldn't even be a concern for her. So, alhamdulillah, I have a role that I have to play. The husband have a role that I have to play. He has a responsibility, I have mine. And everyone should learn how to do their job correctly, and then each one of them should help and make the job easy for the other. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work. That's why when you look at the Prophet ﷺ says, choose the righteous man, and the woman, that the guardians, they should choose for the righteous man for their guardians, and the man also, they should look for the righteous woman because of this. Because she's going to keep an eye on you and she's going to help you, and especially if you want to do what is right, at least you're going to find someone that is on the same page. How many times you find a sister, very nice, mashallah, she want to practice Islam, her husband is on another channel. That is the reality. A reality. She married to some brother here and there. He's just Muslim by affiliation or association. And then after she got pregnant or whatever, now he's on another channel doing his things. And he's like, Akhi, we're Muslims. These children, you got to spend some time. Take them to the masjid. He doesn't have no time. For her, for the children, for nobody, because he's busy with his friends. And it's the other way around too. We find the brother afflicted with a woman. He wants to read Quran, he wants to do what is good, what is pleasing to Allah. The woman, she want to live her life, the dunya life. She just want to do whatever she want to do. And that's a problem. That's why you have to make the right choice from the beginning. Allah, the Prophet ﷺ says, كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. All of you are shepherd and placed in authority over those that Allah has placed you over them, and you will be asked. Everybody will be asked. Likewise, the Prophet ﷺ says, وَالْمَرْأَةُ فِي بَيْتِ زَوْجِهَا رَاعِيَةٌ وَهِيَ مَسْئُولَةٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهَا. Likewise, the woman, she has a great role to play in the household of her husband, in the house of her husband, as a wife, and if Allah grant them children, as a mother, and as a stepmother sometimes, because the brother, he may have some children, and she treat them with dignity, with respect, seeking the reward from Allah, because That's good for her.